Time's up, Admiral.
Here it comes.
All kids out of the pool for Adult Swim. All kids out.
Lego Lord of the Rings Balrog raised eyebrows for what some fans say is an unfortunate pose. I see it. I see it. Oh, I see it. It's taking a piss on Gandalf.
You shall not!
And he says to her, listen, you got a fine white girl ass. So I don't like the look of this D. Listen, I don't need gay or straight boner pills. My boner works just fine.
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
Where in the galaxy is Sanusi?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
Yeah, I want to see movies! I think I've died and gone straight to honker heaven. Boobs are amazing.
Puts a smile on my face every time. Howdy, y'all. Welcome to the Daily Dive, the Double Ds, where you, the chat, the gatekeepers. I got to keep remembering to say that if you're in this chat, you are a member of the gatekeepers. And that's part of the things we're going to talk about today. I know I've talked about it in the past, but I am inspired to talk about it today for reasons I'll make clear soon. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing all right on this Tuesday. I am okay. I guess okay is the right word. I'm a little miffed. I'm a little annoyed. Real life, plus all this kind of all the things that make you worried. You know, bills. Today was bill pay day. So I feel very sad that literally just a whole bunch of money, whoop, gone, and it makes you uncomfortable. But you got to pay the bills. You got to pay the bills whether you like it or not. And I'm hoping right now that is it Tuesday? Oh, it's Wednesday. Whatever. Shut up, Clanker. Shut up, Clanker. No one asked you. No one asked you, Clanker. Anyway. Yeah, bill pay day makes your head go wah-wah. Makes you cry a little bit. But you got to pay the bills. And otherwise they shut everything off. And then what are we going to do? Energy bill may be criminal, but you got to pay it. Anyway. All right. So. Hope you guys are doing all right today. And yeah, I know yesterday was an update for SWOTOR 7.8.2 or 0.1. I think it's 7.8.1 or 2. I forget. But yeah, I didn't play last night. I didn't get to go out till much later than I anticipated, and I didn't get back until later didn't make her eat dinner till much later. So I didn't eat dinner till around 9 o'clock last night. And by then I was thinking, man, I don't want to do anything anymore. It's late. I'm tired. I'm full of food. I'm just going to keep watching Black Clover. that was what I came up with last night. Tonight we will play. I still have to go out tonight, but the dinner's already made. I just have to pick it up with my hand and eat it when I'm hungry. So I don't have to do anything. I still have to go out, but it will be done. So I know that there's new patch out yesterday, new Galactic Wars. Here's the thing they've been doing ever since I think 7.7 or 7.6. They release non-story related companions you can just summon and be a part of your crew, your team, your roster. And I have a few of those. I got some of them when I completed the Star Fortresses, when I went and ran those on my own. I also ran them over and over again because I was trying to get decorations that sold for a lot of money at the time. So I know they have those, and you can also get some purchased here or there, you know. So there are a lot of them. And I guess it's something to collect. Well, we'll see what that looks like later. So we'll probably play tonight. There's a good chance we'll play tonight. As I said yesterday, we'll go to Alderaan. We'll do some fun stuff. We'll see how the night takes us, because tomorrow is Thursday, which means it's Starfleet Academy Day, which means I cry on the inside a little bit. You don't see it outside, but I cry on the inside, like every man does. We all contain those tears. And they hurt. Anyway, but I hope you guys doing all right today on Wednesday. Hey, you like that clanker? Wednesday. But what do we got to do today? Of course, we got the news. And of course, whatever you guys want to talk about, because $15 gets you ask a question, gets you choose an article. $25 gets you react to a video that is returned, but there are limits. We must make sure I will not get a claim. That way we avoid anything with music, and we avoid anything with a news or with a news segment, like a legitimate network news segment. And parody stuff, I'm very wary of the parody stuff. They don't like it when you watch their thing. Lore videos, stupid shit, fine. I'll even react to retards. I'll even react to retards doing stupid shit like DSP. I'll react to that shit, no problem. But oh, jostled my hat there. I'm gonna reset it. Hold on. You know it's all wrong now because I can feel my hair shifted on my hairline there. It's uncomfortable. I gotta be comfortable. I'm allowed to be comfortable, aren't I? I'm allowed to be comfortable. Anyway, so reaction videos are back on the menu, boys, and we can do that, but within reason. And I reserve the right to veto if I feel like it's going to be something that might get hit with a claim. And then, of course, chat, maybe watches reviews, of which I have one for next week, next weekend. I forgot yesterday. I forgot that I shifted my tax day to that Saturday. So I got to go do my taxes at noon. And then that afternoon, I'll try and go see Project Hail Mary. At worst, I bump it a day or two. At worst. Anyway, but I will do it. I will show my ticket as a proof of evidence that I didn't cheat and I didn't grab a Periscope and go find it, because Kratos invested with me in good faith that I will go see it in the theater. Other than that, all the money you guys donate on this stream and on Roundtable too, because that's part of the grift, goes towards the Day of Doom torture tier for just $6 more. If we could just get $6 more, I will have to carry Baby Yoda Grogu in the harness. And we get to 300, I'll talk to him all day like he's real and reassure him. And then 400 and 500, I make crazy speeches. Yeah. So either a super chat, member subscriptions, or tips on Stream Elements will go towards this Day of Doom torture tier, supplementary torture tier. All things Baby Yoda, because it's his day. It'll be his day. It's Mandalorian and Grogu Day. It's real Star Wars Day, but they don't care about that anymore. Anyway, so all your monies go to that. And also, just for a note, all your monies also help to pay for StreamYards for another year. We need that. StreamYards bill comes up in April, so we have to worry about that too. Anyway, yeah, it ends tomorrow, at least for a season. Season 2 is still coming. We still have to do season 2 of Starfleet Academy. So when we finish Where No Man Wants to Go reviews this week, it'll just be shelved until season 2, which may or may not come out later this year. It depends on what Paramount urges. What Paramount decides to do. Sorry, Paramount's all has no way for anything. Paramount can do what they want. Depends on how quickly they want to jettison Kurtzman Trek, because Kurtzman is done. We went over that a little bit yesterday or on Monday when I talked about the Saturn Awards. Kurtzman got his You Destroyed Star Trek award, and it's going to end. What Paramount does afterwards, I don't know. I'm actually going to make a video on that next week. Next week, I'm going to, once we're done with Starfleet Academy and I have the full assessment of how bad it was, I will be making a video next week on the state of all the destroyed franchises in 2026. I will be making a video on that. So we will get to that. Be nice. Frakes is a company man. He does whatever he has to so he can keep getting the paychecks. He's a company man. I try not. The only one I care about out of all of them is Michael Dorn, because Michael Dorn just loves Worf. Michael Dorn just loves Worf, and he just wants to make more Worf content. So Michael Dorn's the only one that's good. I love Michael Dorn. That's all he talks about. Never talks about anything else. That's why it's great. I don't know what Michael Dorn thinks about anything. I just know that he loves Worf. And that's all that matters. And my glasses are smudged again. Hang on. Right in my line of sight. I hate that. I get distracted. That's the problem. I'll be talking, and then I'm going to focus on the smudge, which is right dead center, and I'll get distracted, and I'll lose my train of thought. So that has to get wiped off. Anyway, let me have a drink. I'm going to talk about something with you guys. So, I do have a monologue for today, and it's a monologue I've given before, but it always tends to change a little bit for the simple fact that the world changes and the players change. Today, I want to talk about a little bit, a subject, as I said, I've talked about in the past, gatekeeping. Gatekeeping. I call this chat, when you join me on a live stream, I call you the gatekeepers. Gatekeeping is a badge of honor now. Once upon a time, it may have been something negative, but gatekeeping is a badge of honor now for the simple fact that what's left of all our damaged franchises must be protected, and other things out there that have yet to be destroyed must be protected. You must keep out those who do not wish to be a proper part of the fandom. And I bring this up today for various reasons. I spend as little time as possible on social media. I do. I have to spend some time on it because I must keep up with current events. I must keep up with pop culture topics and this and that. And sometimes, excuse me, sometimes these things only show up on X. They show up on X. They don't show up completely on other articles, other websites. And at the same time, sometimes I must build my case through posts on X to what I'm talking about or what I'm arguing against. So I spend time on X, whether I want to or not, but I don't spend an inordinate amount of time. And most of the time in my day, if X is open, I just have what we used to call the DM room. Now the chat room is open, so I can see when a DM pops up because I don't have notifications on. I don't check my notifications because I don't pay attention to that shit. Best way to talk to me, DM me directly or email me. But what I'm talking about here today is gatekeeping, because there's more to gatekeeping than just keeping out the commie Marxists. There is. You have to keep out the people, as I said, who are not here to be a part of the fandom. They are here. They're because there's the ones you want to keep out who want to change it. Those are the ones we are originally guarding against. You want to keep out people who want to alter the fandom from what it is, who want to turn it into agenda-driven slop, who want to take characters and stories you love and make them their standard bearers. And the job of a gatekeeper is basically say, show me your credentials for joining this fandom. You don't just get to walk in here anymore. That was the problem 10, 15, 20 years ago even. A lot of us were lax. As nerds, we've always been niche in our hobbies. Even if a hobby or IP was super popular, the hardcore aspects still made you nerd niche. And there was a time when somebody would take an interest in what we loved, we would be excited. Any nerd worth their salt, any geek worth their salt, hears somebody talking about what they love, they want to rush over and engage. They want to rush over and say, oh, you like this? Here, let me tell you about it. And then we deliver an onslaught of information. Too much information sometimes that may scare people off. The point is, a passionate nerd, a passionate geek, a passionate fan will always want to talk about the thing they love with somebody who's just arrived, who's interested, because you always want to broaden the base. So once upon a time, our gates were wide open. Wide open. And we said, come one, come all. We had our own Statue of Liberty there. We will welcome the masses because there is room for everybody at our party. Because we love this thing. We want everybody to love it too. Only problem is, what we didn't know is that commie Marxism, far leftism, agenda-driven, let's just say identity politics, was lurking beneath the surface. Lurking beneath the surface and had been worming its way into everything we love in the corporations, the companies, the studios that made what we love. And they were waiting patiently for us to open the gates too wide and to let in a swath of fake fans, of what we call also now stans, who have no love for what we have that insane passion for. They are there to be parasites, to leech off it and poison it with their ideologies, with their agendas. And we didn't know that. So then you have places like Lucasfilm, which Kathleen Kennedy, when she was given the power over, very easily flipped a switch, and everybody she put in place there made Disney Star Wars. Alex Kurtzman, after J.J. Abrams busted down the door, was given the reins of Star Trek, destroyed it, injected everything in there, had the full control of everything that those who came after Gene Roddenberry had lovingly built for Star Trek. He came in there, flipped the switch, everybody in place, all the shows in place to destroy it. Doctor Who, never completely stable, but during the Moffat era, at least held some semblance, a core of what we loved. But then Chris Chinballs came in under the direct tutelage of Russell T. Davies, who at the time we didn't know had lost his mind, set the stage to make it even worse. Russell T. Davies come in and destroy Doctor Who. And there are many other things. They tried with Lord of the Rings, but the fandom said, no, you shall not pass, and stood their ground with Rings of Power. And that was when the battle shifted years ago, when the Lord of the Rings fandom, who did not tolerate the incursion, pushed back. And that is when we started to get traction. And then that is the moment we realized, gatekeep your franchises. Problem is, too late. The infestation begins. So now, as gatekeepers, it is your job, and I would even say it is your duty. It is your duty to get in there, not only to keep out, but you now must fight. You must cleanse. You must save what's left. Protect for the future. But it's not just against, here's the problem now. It's not just against the commie retards, the fake fans. There are others out there. The grifters. The grifters who will pretend to be your ally, pretend to fight with you, and will come in there not to help it, but to make money off of it. And I'm not against making money, but just tell the truth. Tell why you're here. Don't cloak yourself in pretending you're a fan of something. And then start making insane statements. You guys have heard me talk about the grifters before. The grifters make it all the more difficult for us, the real passionate fans, the true fans who have been here forever, who are clinging to what's left to keep it alive. They make it so much more difficult for us to fight because they muddy the waters with fake claims, with stupid statements. And they must be gatekept as well. And now here's where one of the few times I will wade into a field of drama and call people out. Because I have no problem calling people out. There are villains on our side as much as the villains we fight on the other side. And one such villain is John Delarose. John Delarose is an arrogant, narcissistic fraud who pretends to be some sort of successful author, but is not, pretended to make successful comics, but is not, hides behind his religion in order to say the most retarded, dumb shit. And with the release of One Piece live action season 2, which you guys know I'm no fan of, I think One Piece live action is a poor adaptation of One Piece. It is a pale imitation of the real thing. As a passionate One Piece fan, I will tolerate it, but I don't like it. But here comes John Della Rose, who for the past several days has been running around the internet screaming, One Piece is a woke nightmare. All because he is not a fan of it. He'll pretend to be a fan of many things. He'll pretend to be this, that, but he comes in and says, hey, I'm here to fight for the stuff you love. Don't watch this. Don't watch that. But here's the thing. Now, he's not claiming to be a fan of One Piece, but what he's doing is attacking something that is fun, that is based a lot. And he'll take a retarded person like this person right here who is taking the Kamakura Kingdom arc stuff from One Piece and claiming that it's all about the gays for One Piece. No. If you know anything about One Piece, Oda chose the Kamakura, all the cross-dressers and all kind of stuff, all the gays and that, to make fun of it and make them the most absurd people in there. Yes, Eva is one of the coolest characters in there, but Eva's a degenerate freak, and Oda makes you sure you know that Eva's a degenerate freak. But for John Della Rose to come out and say, One Piece is woke, nightmare. No, it isn't. Oda Sensei is actually one of the most base dudes out there. Every time the identity politics mob try to say that one of his characters is something else, Oda will craftily release a sketch or a statement or woven something else that destroys them. And they tried it with Yamato for many years. It's a girl, not a man, not a trans icon. Oda's routinely rebuffed that. Oda has nothing but masculine men all over his series. One Piece is filled with some of the biggest, manliest dudes you're ever going to see. One Piece is filled with beautiful representations of women who have the classic curvy body shape that makes men go, yes, I want to make babies with you. Big boobs, big asses, curves, beautiful faces. Oda is based as hell. And John Della Rose sees one thing like this, looks at a little bit of One Piece live action where they do race swaps, unnecessary race swaps. And of course, he's going to march out there and he's going to claim it's woke. It's woke when he doesn't understand the first thing about it. So that is why gatekeeping must be keeping these guys. And it's not just One Piece. John Della Rose pretends to be a Star Trek fan, pretends to be a Star Wars fan. I mean, when the whole Star Trek Starfleet Academy shit started, within a month, he goes, I'm making my own thing called Space Fleet Academy. I wrote this book. It's available now. He claims to have written a book in less than a month and will be releasing it. He's a hack. He's a liar and a fraud. He wrote a book probably, but it's probably shit. The fact that you got it out in less than a month means you didn't do any editing, you didn't do anything, you didn't pre-read it, you didn't change it. You wrote a single draft and you put it out there to try and grift off of Starfleet Academy. Now, I'm sure the book failed miserably because John Della Rose doesn't actually have a real fan base. He has a fraud base. People who are like him, who hide behind a lot of things. So you got to keep people like John Della Rose out, alongside the people like like this guy right here, who will claim One Piece live action. Oh, I'll watch Oprah, so I don't have to watch the anime. You got to keep guys like this out. No, if you're talking like this, you're not here to enjoy One Piece. You're here to be a jackass, complete jackass. Or our favorite Jeremy from Man and Bite, who will always claim that, who will enjoy to make the claim that George Lucas was driven away by the fans. That is one of the oldest, most tired things that a fake fan will say. These are the standards you have to gatekeep, but I'm bringing it back to the fact that guys like John Della Rose must be kept away from Star Wars, must be kept away from Star Trek, must be kept away from Doctor Who, must be kept away from anything, Lord of the Rings, all of it, because he's not here to help. He's here to try and scam people and make money for himself, not to collect, protect, and serve. And that's the other side of it. He wants to pretend to be a gatekeeper. I guess that's where this is going with this. John Della Rose wants to pretend to be a gatekeeper. But he's not going to do anything to help protect it. He makes it worse. In fact, he'll let in the fake fans just so he can make posts like this. Make posts like he does for Starfleet Academy. Make posts like he does for Star Wars. And claim he's fighting for this. No, this guy's a fake. He's a jackass. And he must be called out for being a fake and a jackass. Gatekeep your franchises, my friends. Gatekeep them, not only for those who wish to destroy it, but those who wish to basically co-opt it for their own reasons that have nothing to do with collecting, protecting, and preserving that which has been damaged severely. Just some food for thought. For now, I'm done. See, I had to get that off of my mind. Sometimes I wonder in the morning, where am I going to go with the show today? What am I going to talk about? And then John Della Rose shoots his fucking mouth off. Yeah. I don't think so. And even if it is, even if you forgot the live action part, Kel, it still shows you, it's still a fact that we have to gatekeep him out of things we love, not just One Piece. But no, I don't think he kept it out there. I don't think he lost live action because that was quote tweeting somebody talking about the anime. That's why I don't think he forgot the live action part. He quote tweeted somebody talking about the anime and the manga, not the live action. The live action, I ranted yesterday. It's got plenty of things wrong with it, both from a context narrative problem and from getting Netflixed from several angles. So, there. I've expressed my thoughts on that. Oh no, the race swaps happened. Oh, I talked about it yesterday. The race swaps happened. They race swapped Brooke for no fucking reason. Vivi is essentially a race swap. And so is everybody up and down. So there are race swaps. Don't get me wrong. And that's why I said One Piece live action is trash. It's not good. But it's not necessarily it's not what John Della Rose is claiming. It's not. What he's going after is he's going after the mothership. And that's what got me today. That's what triggered me to react today. As he's attacking the thing, which is not, One Piece is not woke. It is not identity politics. It is far from it. You cannot be Oda Sensei Oda Sensei admitted last week that if you see a One Piece female character wearing just a skirt, they're not wearing any underwear. They're going commando. If that ain't based, I don't know what is. That means time skip Robin when she's walking around with the skirt tied there. She ain't wearing no panties. That means Boa Hancock ain't wearing no panties. The few times that Nami's wearing a skirt, she ain't wearing no panties. That's based. That's based. Oda draws beautiful women. It's based. Oda draws masculine men. It's based. The men are continually doing awesome things. They never bend the knee. And sometimes there's comic relief when Nami gets angry and has enough strength to hurt the most powerful characters in the show. But that's comic relief. That's not when push comes to shove. It doesn't diminish the masculine heroes of One Piece. It doesn't. So I I'm hoping that I can trigger John Delarose. I'm hoping I can. It's about triggering that son of a bitch. Because that guy's a blowhard. He was a villain way back in the early Comicsgate days when Comicsgate was still pure. He was a villain back then. He's always been a villain. John Delarose is nobody's friend but John Delarose. He is a cancer and a poison, and he hides behind his religion. He's one of those guys that will hide behind his religion and say, oh, if you attack me, you're attacking Christianity. No, I'm attacking you because you're a jackass. I'm attacking you because you're a piece of shit. And you make it all the more difficult to fight the good fight by calling everything woke. Like, that just proves what kind of person he is right now. Calling things woke doesn't accomplish anything anymore. We're beyond that. The woke is not a thing anymore. But he pushes that narrative. And that's why he's a desperate piece of shit. Okay. Let's see. We got anything going on here? You guys sending me money? No, you're not sending me money. So I'm going to talk about the news. Send me money. I need money. I paid bills today. I need money. Anyway, all right, let's get to the news. Let's see what's going on. Let's hit the refresh button. See what we're going to talk about today. All right, hang on. Shifting around here. It's still loading. There we go. Fire up the share screen. If it would work, why not share the screen? There we go. Thanks, Chrome. Piece of shit. Okay. All right, here we go. Kate Winslet and talk to star in Lord of the Rings, Hunt for Gollum. That movie needs to be canceled. Nobody wants to hunt for Gollum. Nobody wants to hunt for Gollum. If you wanted to make Lord of the Rings fans happy, you do a series or a couple of movies on the First Age. It's one of those few exceptions of prequel storytelling that people want to see because they want to see the history. They want to see the history that they know about, they've only heard about. They want to see it laid out before them. It's not about tension or this, that. They want to see those epic events. That is when a prequel works, when you're going to show the epic events in important historical moments in lore for a series. That's when it's cool. Not when you're using it to retcon shit or to tell stories nobody asked for. And Hunt for Gollum is essentially a prequel. Nobody's asking for Hunt for Gollum. Nobody cares. Cancel that shit. What the fuck is she going to do in that movie? Good Lord. People underestimate the book world. Can Colleen Hoover's box office win save genre from streaming? What? I don't know what that's talking about. I don't care. Who orders a comedy pilot Lex? Don't care about that. Real Estate Elite 2026 spotlights the agents making the biggest deals. Real estate is a sham. My mom worked in real estate for a while. It's a fucking scam. It's all grifting. Denzel Washington and Antoine Fuqua's Hannibal epic for, oh God, yeah, I forgot that Denzel's going to be Hannibal. Oh, I don't think that's going to do well. I just don't. Ghosts adds SNL star James Austin Johnson, Hamilton alum Christopher Jackson as guest this spring. Don't care. What did I see this guy in? What do I know him from? He was in something that was stupid. Or was he? I don't know. What do I know him from? Can't put my finger on it. Animal Kingdom boss Eliza Clark sets Hulu crime drama pilot Durango about runaway lovers. Wow, count me uninterested. Let's see. Anything here? No, moving on. Next page. Baywatch reboot cast Pretty Little Liars star Shay Mitchell. I'm going to say this again. There's no point in Baywatch existing anymore. Baywatch existed in a period of time when porn was not so easily accessible. So we all watched television where you had Pam Anderson, Nicole Eggert, and all them running around in the tight bathing suits and jiggling and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that was great because we didn't have easy access to porn. You trip over porn. when you're walking down the internet highway now. You trip over it. We don't need Baywatch. We don't need it. It is an unnecessary thing now. So, no thank you. Kate Winslet's going to play Aragorn's mom in flashback. Ugh. Well, Viggo Mortensen's not even going to be in it. He's tapped out. He said, you know what? I'm too old. I'm not doing this. You're not going to de-age me for this shit. Mickey Rourke evicted from LA home after not paying $60,000 in rent. Well, I'm not going to cry for Mickey Rourke. He made his decisions. Somehow, some way, I find a way to pay my rent. Then again, if you're you're just a dancing monkey like him, when you're an actor and all you have is your acting skill that nobody wants, guess you're out of luck. Nicole Kidman is grateful for family after Keith Urban divorce. I'm always moving towards what's good. I'd probably still have sex with Nicole Kidman. I probably would. Yeah, I probably would. Joe Bob Briggs! Joe Bob's Drive-In Theater. If you know, you know. Joe Bob's joyous cancellation, the horror host on ending the last drive-in, how fans lifted him up as in his new production company. That Joe Bob Briggs is he's so old school, dude. That is some seriously old stuff. You had Baywatch or Fuzzy Girls Gone Wild. You know what I had? I had Skinemax and HBO and Showtime. That's what I had. I stayed up late for those B-titty movies. Bikini Car Wash Company. Bikini Car Wash Company and all the movies like that. That's what I had. I had the softcore porn when I was a teenager. That's what I had. I stayed up for it. Because I had a TV in my room. I had a TV in my room in my own bathroom. I didn't have to go anywhere. Oliver Stone on 40 years of Platoon. I don't care. More Nicole Kidman. Yes, I would. As I said, I would probably still have sex with Nicole Kidman. I probably still would. AI podcast starts up Rebel Audio, comes out of stealth mode, taps Mark Burnett as advisor. I don't know what that is, and people are going to probably cry about it because I don't care. Oscars producers reveal Fab Five casting tribute extended in memoriam and why only 2 musical performances. It doesn't matter because nobody's going to watch. It's that simple. 5th season fully acquires 1,000 blows. Producers, I read words, but I don't understand them. Moving on. Spotify says more than 1,500 artists earned over $1 million in royalties last year. Good for them. Good for them. I don't use Spotify. Netflix thriller. Try that again. Netflix thriller Firebreak director David Victoria unpacks his movie that I don't care about. Don't care. You know, I got a spam text from Comcast the other day. Why? I don't have you as a service. Leave me alone. Rick and Morty season 9. Hey Morty. We jumped the shark. Morty. Don't you understand, Morty? We jumped the shark, but we're still here. Was that good? Was that a good Rick? I think that was a good Rick. But fuck Rick and Morty. I haven't watched that shit since season 4. That's when I tapped out. Season 4. Sean Penn, please don't skip the Oscars. Sorry, you commie fucktard, but I am. Tuner and Power Ballad lead 2026 Miami Film Festival. Well, whatever. Don't know. Will Ferrell, Netflix golf comedy The Hawk unveils teaser into summer premiere. You know, that's probably going to do well. That's not Will Ferrell. I don't particularly enjoy Will Ferrell, but Will Ferrell has enough traction that show's probably going to get some. It's probably going to get some watch. People are going to watch it. They're going to do it. It's going to happen. Okay, so so it is a Jenner, not a Kardashian. That is the sugar mommy for Timothy Chalamet. Kylie Jenner 100% wants to do more acting and says, of course, it's fun with Chalamet. Says, I love you during awards. Is she a beard for him? Is she a beard for Chalamet? I don't know. But she's definitely the sugar mommy, because he'll never have as much money as she does. And God, why does he exist? Hiccups again. I'm talking too fast. Just talking too fast. Slow it down. But they're all horrible people. They're both horrible people. Creators, GoPro, don't care. Rebecca Gayhart Dane champions AI voice restoration project that Eric Dane embraced in Final Weeks of Life. I didn't know Rebecca Gayhart was married to that dude. I didn't know that. But he did pass away from Lou Gehrig's disease a few weeks ago. Don't care. TikTok teams with Apple Music to allow users to stream full songs. Well, okay. Benito Mussolini's granddaughter to compete on Celebrity Big Brother in Italy. I don't know if you want your claim to fame to be Mussolini's granddaughter. Yeah, my granddad, he was the fascist dictator of Italy during World War II. Yeah, that's great. Quentin Tarantino, new play titled The Poppin' J Cavalier. It's the eye. It's sometimes the eyes and I tell you, the L's in the eyes sometimes look the same. I know I need to tweak my prescription. I'm not going to get there. I was hoping to do it before May, but I can't afford to tweak my prescription this year. Can't. I'm like 2 years overdue tweaking my glasses. I guess, is that Tarantino's loophole? After his one more movie, he'll do plays. Is that his loophole? I wonder. Anyway, moving on. Anything else? House of the Dragon star Emma Darcy to lead cancer drama Last Train Home. Don't care. Misty Copeland says Timothy Chalamet wouldn't be an actor if not for ballet and opera, and it's very interesting that he invited me to promote Marty Supreme. Again, Chalamet is a piece of shit. Oh my God. Babs is still doing shit. Go away, Babs. Go away, you cockeyed bitch. I don't know who that is. Don't care. Oh, heated rivalry. Cynthia Erivo and Lady Gaga went big at Queerties. The Queerties! We were supposed to Jeremy was supposed to investigate what the Queerties were. He never did it. I still don't know what the Queerties are. God help us. Let's see. Anything of interest. Stuff we talked about yesterday. Moving on. Oh, it's a lot of Pikachus. Run for cover. Kate Winslet, already talked about that. Absolute Batman homages Chainsaw Man and brutal new storyline. I don't know if I have the words for that. I don't know if I have the words for it. I want to fuck Absolute Batman. Fuck all that shit. At the same time, how desperate are you to once again try and bring in manga material? Give me a break, dude. The Traitors secret traitor twist wasn't something we wanted to keep going with. Series Exec says, I don't know what that is and I don't care. Microsoft GDC 2026 keynote live report, building for the future with Xbox until you aren't. Rachel Zegler reflects on Snow White Backlash. We talked about yesterday. It's a non-story. And of course, they're going to carry water for her. They are. Now Yu-Gi-Oh! Is upset with the White House after it used anime footage without permission. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Parent company is crying that they got used in the parody. Cry me some more river. Your card game still makes money, but Yu-Gi-Oh! As an anime is kind of dead. Cards still make a ton of fucking money. People still play that shit like crazy. But the anime is defunct. So shut up. Nobody cares what you say. It's a parody. You can't do anything. Major Nelson is now at the company behind Commodore 64. Predator Badlands director Dan Trachtenberg was told sidekick character Bud sounds like Jar Jar Binks, explains why he stuck to his guns. And it failed because that movie was a joke. Plans a soccer team's equipment manager in new job sim game Kitman. Why would I want to do that? Hey, Rick. Hey, Morty. Take my pickle and shove up your ass. How about that? How's that for Pickle Rick? Marathon Update 1.004 now out and nobody cared. Power 2.0 can't be ruled out, says Pocket Pair publishing head. But a decade of continuous massive updates is probably not in the cards. Where's 1.0? Where's 1.0? And I'm sorry, spending 2 years in early access and finally release 1.0, and you're never going to release 2.0, you made a crap ton of money. Once it's live, officially live and not in early access, why don't you do the shit? Huh? Moving on to other things. What? What comes after? What comes after? Nintendo shares surge after reports of Pokemon Pokopia success. Yes, it's doing well. It's doing well. And remember, you too can bully Dermy into playing it on stream. Hideki Kamiya would like to experience Resident Evil Requiem without the scary stuff. That would defeat the concept of the game. Yeah, they're actually right. That you have to have the scary shit in Resident Evil. It's kind of part of it. Let's see. Fortnite's original PvE mode finally going free to play, launching for Switch 2. I don't care. I'm never gonna play Fortnite. Never gonna happen. Especially because you guys can't make me play anything anymore. It's definitely never gonna happen. Union hits Capcom with do not work order over Mega Man voice actor snafu. Fuck unions. Lego Mario minifigure revealed, launching sets from 2027. Once again, Lego will overcharge you for shit. Capcom's upcoming sci-fi action adventure already has 2 million wish lists and 2 million demo downloads. Well, let's see if Capcom could build on the success of Resident Evil 9. Let's see if they can deliver another game that gives customers a good experience. Let's see. I'm curious. I personally I'm not interested in this game. What is it? What's this thing called again? Hang on, let me just see what this thing's called again. Hold on a second. Let me see what it's called again. Pragmata. I personally have no interest in Pragmata, but I'm curious to see how it will do from a business standpoint. Microsoft shows sneak peek of Xbox hardware following next-gen Project Helix console confirmation. Good luck with that. Live action Samurai Champloo incoming from One Piece Cowboy Bebop production team. Wow. Okay, so they got the creator on there, Shinichiro Watanabe, but I mean, I guess this time they decided to bring him on board because I believe he was also the creator of Cowboy Bebop, and he did Samurai Champloo. Now, Samurai Champloo is a fun anime, but it's not an all-timer. It's a fun anime, but not an all-timer. And if you're bringing the production teams of One Piece, Cowboy Bebop, well, you know, I already have no interest at all. So, anime does not belong in live action. The game is speed running in Nintendo loan. This game is speed running in Nintendo lawsuit. I don't know. Disneyland President Thomas Musloom to replace Josh D'Amaro as chairman of Disney Experiences. Ooh, there we go. Universal wins bidding war for John Bon Jovi biopic. Cares? Anything else? Catherine Hahn will be Mother Gothel. Ugh. She's insufferable now. She just is. There we go. Okay. Park Place. Seth MacFarlane says there are no plans for Ted season 3. I know a lot of people like Ted. I will never watch anything Seth MacFarlane because he's the original call people a Nazi for disagreeing with me. So I will never support Ted MacFarlane. Go ahead and watch it if you like it. That's fine. I will never support Ted MacFarlane. So I can give 2 fucks about Ted. Hazardous materials scare at Disneyland forces evacuation. Tomorrowland ride closures and sends closes and sends cast members to hospital. Ew. What hazardous material? I mean, is this some sort of terrorist shit? Or did maybe some Disney Star Wars spill on your ride or something? I don't know. Spider Noir showrunner says series will not be in Spider-Verse continuity. I still don't care. I'm not as big a Nick Cage fan as other people are. I don't care about Spider-Man Noir. I only care about Peter Parker Spider-Man. And even then, that's not enough to get me to go watch Brand New Day. For sure, it was canceled. Abu Dhabi. We talked. That was yesterday's news. Anything else here we didn't already talk about? Nope. That's it. That's all right. So that's the news. I'm sticking to it, and we're almost at the hour, so that's cool. We've almost made it an hour. Have you guys thrown any money my way? No, you haven't. Means you don't love me. You don't love me enough. You don't. You don't love me enough. Hi, Jed. You doing anything? Are you doing anything? Let me see if you're doing anything. Doing anything this afternoon? Let me see. I haven't set. I always forget to set this up until the end. Nope. Right at the moment, you're not. But we might play. You can play some Star Wars tonight. I'm gonna play some Star Wars tonight. Let's see. So I'll give you guys a few minutes. See if you want to toss some money. Remember, guys, for $6 more, just $6, and I will have to. I already got to carry Baby Yoda, but for $6 more, he gets in the harness. I gotta walk around in the harness. $6 more. $6 more. $6 more. We can get that. Anyway, so let's see. Tonight we're gonna play some Star Wars tonight. Gonna have some fun. Going to Alderaan. Havoc Squad will be doing their thing. What I did last week, what I did the other day after we were done, is I initiated a bunch of crafting so that my Havoc Squad trooper, my current trooper, he will be all modded up. He will be properly geared for your amusement. Properly geared so that he can kick ass and take names. He'll be properly geared. Damage is going to shoot through the roof. Level 60 and 61 mods going in. What I'll have to do is I'm going to have to go do some dynamics so I can get up to use all the stuff I made for myself. But it'll be fun. So we'll play some Havoc Squad on SWTOR tonight. Tomorrow is Starfleet Academy Day, the last Starfleet Academy day. Let's try and go out with a bang. Let's watch that review once it goes up. Friday, we'll see what Friday brings. We do know that it brings the end of Ballbusters. Ballbusters is coming to an end as it currently exists. I think Dermy's lined up a few special guests, not just one or two, but several. They'll be showing up to wave goodbye to the degeneracy. I'll be there. I tried to get out of it. I tried to get out of the finale. I was like, do I have to be there? Yes! Damn it. Anyway, so we'll have some fun as Ballbusters comes to a close. Saturday night drive-in's back. At what time? Jed and I haven't agreed upon a time yet. It'll be some point in the afternoon. We're watching The Martian. We're discussing The Martian. After that, we've got Where No Man Wants to Go reviews. The last one of this year, maybe, unless Starfleet Academy Season 2 comes out. Then Sunday, Roundtable, 3 p.m. Eastern, where we're going to talk. I don't know what we're going to talk about yet this week. We're at Wednesday. I have nothing for Roundtable right now. I got nothing. No, numbers is still down. Can't talk box office. I got nothing. I'm a little worried. What am I going to do? Am I going to be able to pull a rabbit out of my hat this time again, like I do many times? So we got Roundtable this week at 3 p.m. Eastern. There'll be many more gaming streams. We are just 8 days away from Crimson Desert. I will likely stream that next Friday since, 1, there will be no Ballbusters. And 2, I'm not going to MegaCon. Although I do have to get up Saturday morning, but I could still sleep in a little bit. I don't have to be next Saturday. I don't have to be at the Tax Guy until noon. And then I'm not going to go see the movie till the afternoon. So we can play Crimson Desert on Friday. There's a good chance we're going to start playing Crimson Desert in the early evening on Friday and just go. Just go. Because everybody else is going to be at MegaCon. I'll have the internet to myself. Anyway, so there you go. That's what things look like. Let's see. You guys going to give me any money? Nope. No money. But I still love you. You don't love me, but I love you. I appreciate the grift. I'm trying here. I'm working my butt off. Anyway, all right, guys. So we are going to wrap it up. We're going to go about our business. I'm going to go basically wait till my car gets back so I can go finish my shopping for the week. Anyway, thank you one and all for coming here today. I appreciate your support, whether it's through the like button, honestly, what I would really like now, what I really want is those subscriptions. Subscribe to the channel. Watch the videos. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Tell others. Tell your friends. Tell your neighbors. Tell your lovers. Come on by. Watch some show. And I'll see you guys Friday when we're back here. But tomorrow again, Starfleet Academy review. Check that out. I'll try and get it out as early as I can. You never know. Either way, thank you one and all for being here. Have a good rest of your day. Take it easy.